but just leaving it open for them to cancel it in the future. If Mrs. Jones is solidly interested and time does not permit me to come back later on, I could say something like, Mrs. Jones, if you're interested, I could put everything in writing and secure this offer for you. It's like a rain check. We fill it out and I leave it in the system. That allows you to show it to your husband, everything's in writing, and you guys can make your decision from there. When our installers are in the neighborhood on Monday, they'll stop by, and if it's something you're interested in, they could go ahead and fill out the paperwork and get this thing installed for you. If that's of interest, I could go ahead and do this. But if it's something that you don't think you're interested in, I wouldn't mess with even doing the service quote. What I did there is I put the customer on the spot. If she's interested, she'll step up and say, yes, please fill out a service quote for me. If she's really not interested and she's just being polite, can you just leave me something? Do you have a card? And it's just an excuse to get me off the door. She's not going to want to go through the bother of filling out all this paperwork. It's a good way to read the customer and find out, is this interest genuine or is it just a ploy to get you off the porch? There's no need leaving flyers or paperwork with customers who are just going to take it and throw it in the trash can. If she agrees to a service quote, that's a win-win situation. Service quotes usually materialize into sales. When I fill out the whole order form with her name, her address, her credit information, and I fill everything out and I schedule the deal for Monday, obviously on Monday the installer is going to come by when he's in the area and check up on her, the deal's pretty much done. At that point, she doesn't have to get off her backside to make a decision. She would have to get off her backside to cancel the order. The thing's set in motion. Human nature, people are lazy. Once the thing gets going, they're not going to cancel it. Plus, when the husband gets home, look at the difference. Husband walks in the door and she goes, honey, the satellite guy came by today and he left me this flyer with information. Is this something you're interested in? He had a hard day at work. The thing goes on the coffee table. Are they going to call you? Probably not. The other situation is the husband gets home and the wife goes, honey, the satellite guy came by and he left us this, and he sees a form filled out with all their information, their phone number, their address, everything's in writing, and the installer is stopping by on Monday to check up on them to see if they want to do it and install at that time. Those deals usually go in. He assumes that she wants it, or how else would she not have filled out the paperwork? And she assumes he wants it. He goes along with it. Those deals normally go through. They're filled out, the ball's in motion, still gives them the courtesy to make their decision, but you're going to find on Monday when this tech rolls around, the deal's still going to go through. If you do a service quote, the one thing you want to remember is you always want to flip it back at the end and say, Mrs. Jones, if you talk with your husband, this is something you know you do not want to do, please give me a call so I could save the trip for the installer to even stop by to check on you. You want to make sure you do this because we don't want our techs rolling on jobs that are not solid. The husband comes home and they don't want to do it, they're going to give a phone call to myself and I'm going to know I could cancel this order. If it's something that they decide they want to do, I'm not going to get that phone call, and the tech will show up as planned on Monday and put in the deal. A service quote is kind of a high-pressure close. Some people are better than others, but if with a lot of practice, you guys can get in there and get this job done. Service quotes are great to get people who are generally interested, but want to think about it for a little bit or talk it over with their spouse before making a final decision. Service quotes are not to be used instead of flyers. They're not to be used for customers who are wishy-washy. Service quotes are completely filled out. Name, phone number, social, credit card, everything, and called into the office. You need to let the customer know, if we do not call it in and qualify it from your home today, I cannot guarantee the offer. And that is a true statement. DirecTV promotions change all the time and without notice. The only way that I could guarantee this deal for the customer that I'm in front of today is by filling out the paperwork and getting it entered into the system. Once it's entered in a DirecTV system, they will honor that for 30 days. Without it, there is no guarantee. I see it happens all the time. Customers meet with sales reps. They review the offer. They're interested. They want to think about it. They make a call a couple days later with extreme excitement wanting to get this offer. Then they have to be told by the sales rep, I'm sorry, Mrs. Jones, that promotional offer is no longer available. And the deal's lost. So let your customer know, look, if you're genuinely interested, I could fill out a service quote. It's non-committal. And I could give you a rain check to guarantee this offer for a future decision. That decision does need to be made, though, within the next week. Service quotes are not to be filled out to be put in the system for months down the road decisions. At that point, you could write down their number or give them your card and we can move on to the next house. You're also going to be provided small little business cards to be used on the doors, and on the back it allows you to quote the customer. price, package, and receivers. These are quick little cards you could put in the hands of interesting customers that they could follow up with later. But please be aware, this is the last resort. Very, very few of these customers will follow through with sales. The number one thing you want is you want to sign them up right now. If you can't get that, revert to an appointment. So you're going to come back in person later on that day and do the paperwork. If that doesn't work, revert to a service quote. It's the next best thing. Fill out the paperwork. Get the whole thing in the schedule. Done. Then she could show it to her husband and make a decision later. If that doesn't work, you could leave a card. Very few of those work out and move on to the next door. By using it in that order, a close right now, an appointment for later on in the day, a service quote for later on that evening, you're going to maximize your time and get the most sales available. Just make sure to get out on the doors early and follow that model, and you guys will be sure to get your 1 or 2 sales a day. By following these steps, it's pretty easy to meet that basic number. The last thing to keep in mind as a closing tool, use the telephone companies and the services that they offer in conjunction with DirecTV to close the deal. By bundling any one of the telephone services through AT&T, whether it's a cell phone, home phone, long distance, or internet, I can offer an additional $5 off their monthly rate for a year. Okay? So use that in a closing tool. Ask them what service they have. Even if they already have it and we didn't sell it to them, we could still give them the discount. So it's not only about generating additional commission, it's just making sure that that customer has every discount available, and the more tools that you have to put on the plate, the more chance that you're going to have to bump that customer to make a decision right now. Not only can we offer them the standard discounts that DirecTV offers to every customer, we could offer them additional discounts to the telephone companies to make that deal that much better for the customer's needs. So just keep that in mind as well when you're closing the deals. A new opportunity that we have for us that just started recently is the ability to offer a turnkey service to our customers. In conjunction with www.hdstore.biz, we can not only offer our customers HD DirecTV service, but we could also offer them a wider range of HD TVs conveniently delivered to their home and professionally installed. Whether they're looking to get it mounted on the wall, clean lines with no wires, possibly a surround system. There's lots of things that we could offer our customers as a turnkey basis above and beyond DirecTV. I strongly encourage you guys to be in contact with your managers and with American Satellite in general just to find out the current promotions and the current TVs that are available. But we offer a wide range of TVs at affordable prices. Once again, that will be basically bundled together as a package deal with their DirecTV and with an HD TV and any other HD accessories that that customer needs to get a true HD experience. HD is a tricky thing. A lot of people are confused with what's needed to get a true HD picture or how to maximize their HD experience. By using hdstore.biz and the expertise that we bring to the table, we can offer these services to the customer while making additional commissions at the sale. So I just encourage you guys to take that in consideration as well. The best time to bring up the hdstore.biz and the TV and HD components is after the DirecTV sale has been completed. After the sale's made, after it's closed, right before we go to fill out the paperwork, we could really, in a low-key, non-pressure way, just let the customer know, hey, since you're a DirecTV customer now, you do qualify for a discount on a wide range of HD products and services. And using the promotional materials that we provide to you, you can let the customer know what's available. So I just strongly encourage you guys to incorporate that into your sales technique with every customer that you guys approach out there on a daily basis. And it's a great way to make some additional money and take your sales to a new level.